We got these black mayors, black councilmen, and can't even get a concession a damn baseball game. What good is it to vote? Chinese don't vote. How many Chinese mayors do you have? You don't know, do you? But look how many Chinese banks you got. How many Chinese loan companies you got. How many Chinese restaurants do you have? How many Chinese schools do you have? Hell with voting. Let's get some of this pie. Praise be to God. Rodney King got on television, he sounded like a little teddy bear. How in the hell could they hear a man that many times speak as soft and as sweet as that is? And already he ready to forgive him. Nobody that crazy but black people. Nobody would do that but us. We would never want anybody to go through what we've been through. But you see, it's not up to us. It's up to a God, a masculine God. A God says, I must do what I have to do. Brothers and sisters, I think this is a wonderful opportunity for us to see that law in effect. Just think, beating that one little old black man up cost L.A. $500 million. Just stop and think. You beat up this man and it cost the city and the government $500 million, and it's going up every day. Just because you allow your savage, brute, goon squad police out of control, beating a man merciful cost you $500 million. Is that one black man worth $500 million to you white people? You white people ought to turn and look at your government and say, look, stop this foolishness. I can't afford to pay this kind of money on one black man. Praise God. And don't come down in our community with no broom and brush. You go to your own community. If white people go to their own people and say, look, you got to stop this stuff. You make it hard on us. Hell with black folks, I'm talking about me, white folks. I don't want you hitting them people. Look what happens to us. There's a God checking you out. You better go to your white people. Don't come down here telling me how much you love white, black folks and some of your best friends is colored. I don't want to hear that. You go tell Bush. You go tell your white congressman, tell them, say, stop this, give these people their rights so we can live in peace. You got youngsters in Oroville, out here in Marysville, shooting, going into class, 18-year-old white boys going in shooting their teachers because they failed them in grades. God says cause and effect. Every time you hurt us, God gonna hurt you. You know what's happening. We have to have Koreans or Asians that come into our community and establish grocery stores and cleaners for us. We have very good black cleaners in Oakland. We should patronize these black cleaners. You should feel awful bad taking your clothes to an Asian cleaners when you have brothers and sisters that have cleaners. I mean, I'm not against our Asian brothers and sisters, but I am for self. And I think that if they can build Chinatown, then we should have something for ourselves. I think they have built a beautiful example for us as black people. You see very few Asians in Safeways and Lucky stores. They shop at their own stores. Then you should see very few black people in Asian cleaners, in an Asian establishment where, unless we don't have them. If we don't have them, fine. We should not patronize liquor stores and people that sell pig and alcohol to our people. We should discourage that so that they can use their good minds and good brains and establish something that is can serve humanity rather than destroy it. We're in power. We're the God over that. Don't you understand? If you don't patronize a business, they'll close it down. If you don't buy American cars, they can't make American cars. That's the power you possess. You must use it. But you have to have control. When you have control, then you will use the powers at hand, and guns and weapons are the weakest power. Your minds and unity is the greatest power. You don't have to use weapons. All you got to do is boycott your enemy with the dollars so short today, you can cause them to close down. If every black person would just stop buying a Chevrolet in 1993, stop buying Chevrolet or General Motors products, I guarantee you they'll close down. Just all black people say, all right, General Motors, if you don't build a plant for us, for black people, and let us manufacture cars, let us design the car, let us sell the car, let us market the car, then we will refuse to buy. We'll buy Chrysler, or we'll buy Ford products. And then tell them, next year Ford and Chrysler, you look out. Power, unity, no weapons, no marching, just don't buy it. Clothes, same thing. Look, Mervyn's, if you don't put in some of these here black designers in our community designing clothes. We won't shop at your store. I want to see cross colors in here. I want to see other black manufacturers in J.C. Penney's and Mervyn's. If you don't put them there, we don't shop there. And stay at home. Shop at Sears and Roebucks and tell Sears, you're next. That's power. That's unity. That's using your mind. That's control. See, but your churches say, love everybody. You don't have pot do you know what in. I'm not saying love her. I'm saying love yourself first. Then you have a healthy love for other people. Any man love his neighbor and don't love his children is a sick man. It's a sick love. I'm saying have a healthy love. If I see your children taken care of, if I see your family good, if I see no drive-by shootings in your community, then you take care of your community and you can move in mine. What in the hell are you doing in my community? Look at your black children. They don't go to school. They don't have any respect for the elders. They have no respect for themselves. They curse. They talk filthy. Look at their records. Look at the movies. Watch your cable TV movie with children talking on television. Listen to your rap records and listen to your other records. Listen to how they talk. All that is a reflection of what kind of world we've left for them. That is understandable. If you don't curse and MF this and OPP that and, you don't know what's happening. That's disgusting. That's degrading to human beings. That's right. Do you know, brothers and sisters, that in certain countries that they will cut your head off for doing the things that you put in your records? But when you're in Oakland, this is Oaktown, you don't know. You think, well, everybody's doing it. Everybody don't do that. Everybody don't live in the conditions we live. Everybody don't live in the filth that the masses of our people live in. With a messenger that he went to Mecca and he learned that there were white Muslims. Yes, sir. Now, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad has always taught us that there are white Muslims. I don't know where Malcolm's head was, must have been the same. Or he used that on you because as Negroes, you don't know this. But he always taught us that Turkey was a Muslim nation, a Muslim country. That there were 40 to 50 Muslims, white Muslims in Russia. Right. That there's 3.5 white Muslims in America. And these white Muslims would serve Allah in America. So we all knew that. If he had to go all the way to Mecca to know that, then I think he wasted a trip. And don't let anybody tell you that they were in the Nation of Islam thinking that only Muslims were black people. Say, if you did, that was your own conception. It wasn't the teaching of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. He's always had white Muslims following in him. He's had white American Muslims following him. They used to come out in the corridors and sit in the corridors with their white garments on, the ladies. They couldn't come into meetings, but they were set outside. And the reason they could not come into meetings was because the white policemen brought guns in our meetings. They had to try to bring guns in our meetings, and we don't have guns in our meetings. Right. He said, so from this day on, no whites can come in our meetings. But before then, they used to come and sit just like you sitting here. They used to have a lot of white people converted to Islam, sitting just like you're sitting, until they brought guns to our meetings. And rather than have weapons in our meetings, we could not allow any of them to come anymore. That was the reason. They're not barred from our meetings because their skin is white. But that's another illusion that you have. You've been misled, brothers and sisters. And even white folks have been misled. Even white folks don't know who they are. They don't know how they got here. They've been lied to, too. Only 10% know who they are. The 85% poison animal eaters, too. So, brother.